He is two-time Super Bowl champion. You guys know him as Brandon Jacobs. What's up, Brandon?
Oh, man, what's going on? How you doing?
We are good, my friend. How's the family doing over there with the COVID-19 situation?
Hey, we're doing fine, man. We all right. We here. Everybody here together. We're just chilling, watching, killing Netflix and kids playing the video games, getting their schoolwork done. We got a gym downstairs, trampoline, pool outside. So we all right, man.
Oh, you're living the life over there. Is that what you're telling us? We're not living the life of Brandon Jacobs?
Say that again?
Are you trying to tell me that we're not living the great life like Brandon Jacobs?
Well, I mean, it all depends on where you are. I mean, I like being around my family, so I'm all right. I mean,
once I heard about the swimming pool part,
it doesn't really matter, but I love being around my family, so I'm all right. I'm good. So yeah, everybody got to be able to be around their family, especially in this time.
Once I heard about the swimming pool, I saw that you were really struggling over there. Meanwhile, it was snowing over here in New York this morning. So,
yeah.
Well, that's Anthony Anderosi. But why don't we get into the NFL draft? The Giants picking at 4, and a lot of people are predicting the Giants to go earlier. Earlier this week, they were picking Isaiah Simmons to fall to the Giants, and a lot of people thought that Isaiah Simmons was going to the Giants. Now there are stories coming out of New York that they want an offensive tackle, and they haven't had a good offensive line since 2007 when the Giants had one of the best offensive lines in football when you were playing on the team. What are your thoughts to that?
I think I'm not sure exactly, what I've barely kept up with any of the draft or any of the players for that. I think the Giants, I think they're going to run in. I think they're running through a situation. I think the New York Football Giants need a wide receiver. That's me. They don't have a big time wide receiver there. I think you can get a good tackle in the second round.
Brendan,
and that might sound like the stupidest thing that anybody could possibly say, but I think they need a wide receiver. They got about 20 of them in the draft. I don't care which one they go with. I think they need a guy that can blow the top off of the defense and also be a good possession wide receiver.
We are talking to two-time Super Bowl champion, the great Brandon Jacobs. Brandon, Saquon Barkley was drafted. Now, last year was his second year. This is going on his third year. And a lot of people were questioning why would the Giants draft a running back at number 2 in the draft when they could have drafted a quarterback. What are your thoughts to the growth of Saquon Barkley the last 2 seasons?
Well, I'll tell you this. I went off and said about Saquon before he was over at Penn State. And I said that's the best football player playing college football at all positions. He is the most dynamic talent that has taken the field in the NCAA, period. Right? The Giants, everybody was mad when they drafted him, but I think they needed him, and I think he's proven his worth. I think he's proven his worth. I hope he can, stay healthy next year. And I think, we need we got another back in Deion who could actually come in and fill him, to give him a break and try to keep him healthy. I don't think they got to run him in the ground. I think Deion will be there, this year to give him a break. So no one's going to ever be happy with who they draft. It's the hardest thing in the world to make people happy when you're making a pick, right? And while you're also taking a chance. I mean, hey, anybody that drafted anything with free agency or rookies coming in, they're taking a chance. So you don't really know what anyone else is going to be like. I don't care if you pick it first or last.
Right.
Doesn't matter, So it's all about taking chances. And I think we need to take our chances with a wide receiver. And I think getting Saquon proved to everybody that Giants did need a running game. They did need a running back. They got one, and things drastically changed. Now you got to get a good wide receiver to go with it.
Brandon, referring to Saquon Barkley, what is your analysis of his game in particular? And if there's any criticism of his overall skill set or game, what would it be?
I don't know, man. It's honestly hard for me to say. The guy's perfect. He's perfect. The extra yardage doesn't matter anymore. I remember when I was playing, if he'd had Joe Ingram as a coach, there would have been plenty of times where I see what he do. I mean, running out of bounds when you can get 2 or 3 extra yards. That was big when I was playing, but that's really not so big now. And I say that's the only thing. But nowadays, the guy got to stay healthy, and I definitely get it. But other than that, there's really no other flaw in man's game. Man, it's perfect, man. And I've also seen him lower his shoulder and run over somebody. So but if you're on the sideline and you got opportunity to stay healthy or get the extra 1 yard, I get it. It was times I've done that as well, but I've also got fined for it as well. So, but I think the guy's a generational talent. There's not really anything I can say about his game that's bad. Like, the guy's perfect to me. He is who I wish I could have been at my size. I wish I could have had all of his abilities.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
I wish I could have had the ability he had.
You won 2 Super Bowl championships, Brandon. Are you kidding me? You were a big part. You were a big part of that championship team.
Absolutely. I'm just talking about the individual football player. I'm not talking about the teams I played on. The individual football player. I'm talking about Brandon Jacobs. Wish Brandon had some of the speed and ability that Saquon Barkley had. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I'm just giving him that credit because I love the way he runs. I love his style,
Oh, man. You are a personality, that's for sure. We are talking to 2-time Super Bowl champion, the great Brandon Jacobs.
Brandon, I've always been a long-time fan of the New York Giants, even way back, beyond the Parcells days, even before Parcells and such. I remember one of the biggest times when you would hear about Coughlin, you would always hear about players dealing with the drill sergeant and the culture that he developed and everything. What was it like dealing with Coughlin and that kind of hardcore approach that he would take with the whole 15 minutes, if you're on time, you're really late and stuff? How'd you guys deal with that?
Well, I wouldn't say dealing with him because I don't think that's, Coach Coughlin was perfect for my demeanor, for the type of personality that I had. He was perfect for me. I didn't have a problem with a hard ass coach. I didn't have a problem with the rules. I didn't have a problem with things that he wanted from us. I didn't have a problem with things he expected from us. He expected us to live above that. And that's what we did. He was a good dude, man. Like, no question about it. He was probably one of the best leaders that I've ever seen, period, in the history of my life. The guy's a leader. He know how to lead, and that's what he did, and that's what we love and appreciate. Yeah, he was crazy sometimes with some of his rules, but hey, guess what? This is the man rules, and we either adapt to his rules or pay this $2,500 for not wearing these socks, the right socks at practice. But obviously he changed. He made a change for the better and started treating football more like man. He did just the business and just the football team that's trying to win games and the guy that's trying to keep the trial. So things got better after that. But for me and my personality, I've never really had an issue with the way he's done things. He's always been one of my favorite guys, still is, and I've had a chance to play for 2 different head coaches, and 2 different style head coaches. And Coach Coughlin, man, he's hands down one of the best leaders ever.
Brandon, I know you talk about Tom Coughlin. I interviewed Tom Coughlin at his fundraiser last past year, and the guy is straightforward. He didn't want to talk football, even though I tried to get as much football out of him as I could, and he was running the Jacksonville Jaguars. Do you think the Giants did him wrong by letting him go when they didn't really rebuild that defense or really rebuild that offensive line and let him go and they gave the reins to Ben McAdoo?
Oh, man, that's a tough question. But I'm going to be honest because I'm an honest person, and that's one thing Coach Coughlin and the New York Giants organization know about me, that I'm going to always be honest. I think he was handled unfairly. You give him a 3-13 team and he goes 6-10. I don't think the guy should have been let go. I don't think he should have been relieved of his duties, they would call it. I think he should have gotten another opportunity. I wish he could have gotten a chance to coach and been there and be a part of with Saquon and Saquon's tenure. I think he got a raw deal. It was too soon. That's just me being honest. But the business is the business. We got a whole new general manager now. everything is different now. So I'm not sure what would have happened under new management, but I think he was unfairly. I think he was treated unfairly.
We are talking to the great two-time Super Bowl champion of the New York Giants, Brandon Jacobs. Brandon, speaking of honesty, because that's what we are. We're honest people. And I want to know your honest opinion. Odell Beckham, okay? This is a guy that is one of the most explosive players we've seen really in the last 25 years of the NFL. And he was playing for the New York Giants. And a lot of people believe the reason why Tom Coughlin got fired because he couldn't control this young man. Do you think this is one of the main reasons why the Giants fired Tom Coughlin?
I don't know. I don't know. I've never heard that, actually. That's my first time ever hearing someone say that. But I can honestly tell you, I don't know. I don't think Coach Coughlin has a problem handling anybody. I mean, there's a few ways, there's a few different ways and a few different things he could have done, but I don't think that was the reason. I mean, have you ever met somebody or heard of somebody that Coach Coughlin couldn't handle? I mean, I think that is particularly absurd for anyone to think that. I don't believe that was the case. You know, I mean, Coach Coughlin not being able to handle someone, that's not, because, I mean, there's only one way you can do it. You don't like what's going on, you know, ask for a release or ask for a trade or ask for whatever it is. That's how you handle it. But I don't think he ever had a problem with dealing with Odell. I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know if Odell did that many bad things. Coach Coughlin even have a problem with him. I mean, the guy enjoyed his life. He never got in trouble. He showed up to work every day. He did what he was supposed to do. So I don't. Yeah, you know, I guess he had some things to say in the media, you know, when he did. But I mean, so did Plaxico Burress, so did Kiki Barber, you know, so did Antonio Pierce, so did myself. We all had our select things that we said in the media that people may have viewed as, man, that guy is just stupid. Like, why would he say that, right? I mean, I don't see Odell doing anything. The guy enjoyed his life, you know. He had all kind of different things come out about him. Well, you know, the guy's not a married man, so he can do whatever he want to do out there, right? He can go, have fun, do exactly what it is he want to do. I don't think he should have got handled. You know, his personal life, things he's done in his personal life should have even got brought up. He showed up to work every single day, ready to go.